Rolling through the mountains, oh, it took some time to tell. Roll away faster, oh, the devil's on your tail. Trying to fight the feeling of the love, too young to be heartbroken. Oh, good morning, good morning. Getting everything set up here. Pop in and say hi, friends. Take a look around. Shine so brightly over Galway town. And if you find love, don't lose it. There's not much around. Getting all set up here. Over Galway town. La 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 la. Good morning. All right. Got everything all set up here in all the places. All right. Turn on my brightness here. Hello, hello. Come on in. Welcome in. Hi, Kara. Good morning. Getting the Instagram up and running. Rocking out to little Jamie McIntyre this morning. All right. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. We're getting people in the room. Got lots of stuff to talk about today. Lots of cool things. Let me know what you're sipping on. I'm trying a new flavor. Celsius mango lemonade today. Good morning, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. I actually made an effort. Good morning, Stricker Party. Hi, Lucas. Good morning. Good morning. I see Michelle popping in. Everybody, let's rock out to Jamie McIntyre a little bit. He's got some new music coming out tomorrow. If you guys remember, Jamie was on my show back in November. So, okay, Lucas, you're rocking out the Celsius peach vibe. So what are you guys all drinking? Tell me what you're drinking. Lucas is on his peach vibe Celsius. Coffee for the win for Stricker Party of 3. Excellent. Coffee for Shell. All right. Ha. How are you, Mark? Ooh, Lipton green tea with citrus. That sounds kind of yummy. Very refreshing. Mocha caramel latte. All right. You guys ever like bite your cheek or your tongue and like turns into a canker sore? If I'm like talking funny today, that's what I got going on. Both my tongue and my cheek. Matcha tea with espresso. Ooh, I wish I liked coffee. Maybe it's a good thing I don't though. All the time. Yeah. And my husband's like, I've never had a canker sore in my life. I'm like, I get them literally all the time. All the time. I know there's some nutrient that I'm missing that causes it, but yeah, anytime I bite my cheek or do anything like that, chewing gum, yeah. And I quit chewing gum because I'm convinced I was allergic to something in the gum because it made my mouth, I think it made my mouth swell a little bit. So every time I chewed gum, I was constantly like biting my lip, my tongue, my cheeks. So, hi, Jenny. Okay. So I've got my friend Michelle has made me, and I should have it by next week, I think, if not next week, the week after, a French fries coffee mug and cup. So you'll be seeing that soon. I'm so excited. Oh, that's exciting, Lucas. You have to tell her I said hello. And then so Kat, as you all know, Kat was on the show last week and she has done a mock-up for a French fry crown. That is happening. I'm telling you, one thing that you will learn about me if you haven't figured it out yet, when I get my mind into something, like if I decide I'm going to do something, it happens. Yeah, if it's meant to happen, and if but if I'm going to follow through on that stuff. Good morning, Chosen and Touch. Good morning, Roxanne. I haven't gotten it yet. It's in the mail. I have the tracking number. It's on its way. I'll probably do a big reveal with that while I'm wearing my Valaris shirt. I have a sweatshirt, so I might be all about A Court of Thorn and Roses next week. Who knows? I'm good, Constance. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. All right. So, quick intro while we have a whole 12 people in. You guys, come on. Let's share out the live a little bit, because we gotta get some traction here. We've got to get some traction here. Let's see here. I'm gonna send this out. Everybody share the live, and no matter what platform you're on, share it out. Let people know that we're talking about cool things. I am quite a cool person, if I do say so myself. All right, let's see. Here we go. Share the live. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Show the love. I have one person watching between all the platforms, it looks like. Maybe I'm not that exciting. I'm not that interesting. I'm determined. So I've got a few. Just made a Switzerland going to Riga's. Okay, that's cool, Lucas. I got a few announcements. Oh, hi, Campbell. So a few announcements. Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. Voila. Free gift for purchase. And actually, if say you purchase that, it'll probably go out in the mail today or by tomorrow at the latest. Yeah, it would be a quick turnaround because I do have stock on hand. So there's 2 free gifts with that, mood ring, as well as a fun little notepad. It's really cute. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chosen and Touched. So make sure you guys are following me on my other platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, Lorena Carr Medium. And then tonight I'm going to be a guest on Medium Rare with Lisa on Instagram. So make sure you're following her. And actually I've got like a little promo on my Instagram page in my story. So check that out. Hi, Yessie. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So I've got that going on, and I know she has a lot of mediums on her show. She has a pretty decent following, more than I do. I have a horrible not horrible. Like I have really low numbers in comparison to like TikTok on the other platforms. So I'm really trying to build it, which is why I do this every week in multi-stream. Most of my attraction does come from TikTok, but we're trying to diversify and meet people where they are, because I have a lot of people who don't do these platforms. So anyway, Medium Rare with Lisa is tonight at 8:30. And it'll look like I probably just got done teaching children's hip hop, because I teach dance from 4 to 8 tonight, and then I'm going to run home and jump on that live. But she talks a lot about, like, she talks with mediums a lot and gets their perspective on things. Might be a little conspiracy theory deep diving going on, but y'all know that I don't buy into any of that stuff. So I'm excited to bring, yes, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm excited to maybe bring some readings, evidence of spirit. I'm happy to engage in those conversations. Don't get me wrong. But maybe present the logical side, right? So that's kind of where I am. And she has a pretty decent amount of people that come into her lives. So that'll be tonight. It's not going, is it on YouTube also, Lucas? I don't think it is. I think it's just Instagram. I could be wrong though. So check that out. It's not going to be my live. I'm going to be a guest on someone else's. So Medium Rare with Lisa. And then Jamie McIntyre is getting ready to come out with new music tomorrow. Make sure he was a guest on my show. So make sure you're following him. He's got a new song coming out with a guy named Donna called Marie. So if you're an Outlander fan, that's a term of endearment. And then class signups are happening right now for all level spiritual development. I don't have too many spots left for my next class because most of my people just sign up for all the classes. And I've got my schedule out through May. So if you check it out, I've only done one live here. Is there others in the chat? Yes, there should be. Chosen to Touch. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and there should be others. It looks like I've got four people watching, but I think that's between YouTube and Facebook. So yeah, you have to check that out. And then I only have 1 day left for my special. I'm running a special right now. I normally do 45-minute readings only. I don't offer half an hour. It's a streaming software. It's a whole platform. It doesn't incorporate TikTok. That's why. So only 1 day left for my 30-minute reading offering, which is nice because it's a little bit less expensive. I'm going to be on at 8:30 tonight, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight. That's when I'll be on. Good morning, Christy. So yeah, make sure you guys chat amongst yourselves in the various platforms. Thank you, Kim. Good to see you. So I'm actually, thank you for being part of my team, friends. Thank you. So let's see, I have my list. Class signups. And by the way, classes are twice a month. This month is March. Or not, yeah, March is March 4th and 11th. Normally I don't have them 2 weeks in a row, but because of my travel schedule and dance schedule and everything else I have going on, I have to do it 2 weeks in a row. And those are only $20, you guys, $20, and you get 2 hours of learning how to connect to spirit. You do not have to have any experience. I've got all levels in there. So it's those of you in the chat that have taken my classes, tell people what you think. And I do limit the class size. I'm not trying to get rich off of them by any means. Yeah, I keep them affordable and they're 2 hours long. All levels welcome. We learn something new. We do psychic exercises and then we do mediumship. We learn mediumship. We learn how to connect to spirit. You don't have to be, and you don't have to want to be a professional medium to enjoy that class or to benefit from that class. Okay. So yeah, Yessie's taking it. Shelly, Amy here in the TikTok chat. What day is that all levels class? It's Tuesday, March 4th and March 11th. That's my March offerings. And like I said, $20, go to my website to sign up for those. Super easy. And then what I do is I send the link out once everybody's registered. Once everyone's registered, if either I close the class, thank you, Molly. If I close the class because it's full, then I'll send the link out right away. If it is, a lot of times they'll sell out like the day of, but I will usually send the link out maybe like an hour before class or so, a couple hours before class. So don't panic if you don't have the link right away. All right. So those are happening 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And with my schedule being the way it is right now, I have not re-upped and set up for Spirit Guides 101 or learning language of your guides. I have not put any of those back on my schedule yet because I just don't have the minutes. And I know I was hoping to do a trance mediumship class. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I don't have the bandwidth. Like this last weekend was dance competition out of town. This coming weekend, I'm judging in Zanesville, Ohio, for a dance competition. So like after I have my QHHT client all day tomorrow, then I'm going to take off and head out there. And we're talking like 16 hours a day of judging, but it is so fun. I get paid to talk into a microphone and tell everyone my opinions. I know, Shelly. I know I need to do a spirit guides 101 class. Um, I literally don't have the space on my schedule. I usually do those like on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Um, I just don't have the minutes. um, so that's all. That's all I have for you as far as like announcements and cool fun things. So I was reminded yesterday. If you guys don't follow Alyssa at the musical medium, she had done like a call out, like, "Hey, any advanced mediums want to practice with me?" And I'm like, actually, you know what? I felt like I thought that'd be really fun. Trance is really fun, April. It's really fun. And she's like, I just need to practice with someone who already understands the basics, and I just want to practice. So we got together on Tuesday and just did a practice for about an hour, just connecting to spirit and kind of setting intentions. Like, I specifically said, I want to work on names, getting names. And so I worked on names. And what was crazy is it happened. Like, that's just what I wanted. The intention I set is like, I want to do names. And here we go. That's what we did. We did the names. So I thought I had something set up. Hold on. I'm going to check something out here. Oh, there we go. Check it out. Whoa. Oh, hold on. I just got sidetracked by something. Hey, El Cocho, would you like some fries with that? Okay. I'm not a drive-through. Oh, check it out. All right. You guys over in the Facebook, do you guys see what I did there? I'm like getting all techie over here with my banners. I haven't figured out how to do that over here. I'm sure it's easy, but they'll take the free fries. So if you weren't here earlier, just an update, I had Kat on last week, and she has drawn up, she's done a mock-up for my French fry crown. So she's researching materials, because I do not want to pay an arm and a leg for a crown that's French fries, but I might. I don't know. And then the new crown that I ordered off of her website for if you're a Court of Thorn and Roses fan, I purchased her Amran crown. It's gorgeous, and I'll do an unboxing, and that should make its debut next week, you guys. But it might be a minute on the French fry crown, so because she's still working on like exactly what materials she wants to use. Anyway, so I was working with Alyssa. Good morning, Alicia. Welcome. Tell me you'll have some removable ketchup tops. See, I don't know. I think she's working on all those fun things, but how funny. It's going to be a blast. I'm living for this French fry crown, but this is what I'm really living for. Hold on. Let me give you a good dramatic. So somebody pops in, drops their name, drops their question, doesn't say hi. They're not even following me. And this is how it's going to play out. I'm going to grab my French fry crown and go, would you like fries with that? And I'm going to have my cup, because my friend Michelle is making me a cup that says French fries on it. Hilarious. Hilarious. I cannot wait. Paula, I might need you to make me a shirt. Paula. Oh my God. Paula, what if I had you make me a shirt that says, do you want fries with that? I mean, how fun would that be? Okay. All right. Message me. And then I still want you to do like actual merch, but I have a whole other idea that I need to follow through on before I do merch. Oh, I'm going to be ready to roll. I'm so excited for this. And a cape and a scepter for your complete fries. Look, Okay, so in Instagram, April suggested that I have a cape and a scepter for with the complete fries outfit. I'm living for this. I am so excited for this. All right, so anyway, back to what we're discussing. I know, right, Chelsea? Like, I'm totally down for this. It's going to be a French fries kind of day. That's whole. You know what's funny is I only eat French fries like maybe like once every couple of months. I hardly ever eat them. Start asking questions for the funsy. just just to get me in there. I mean, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this. You grab your candle. One of these mornings, I'm going to go to the chiropractor, and then on the way home, I'm going to stop and get McDonald's stuff, and I'm going to have the McDonald's fries. It'll be the debut of the Crown. You watch. I'll have a shake. That'll be my morning. Maybe a chicken biscuit. Have some breakfast. All right, listen. Spirits have been roaming around my house. At least I hope that's a spirit, not some home invasion. Have French fries, no food. Oh, bummer. That sucks, Alicia. I typically don't eat fried food because it makes my stomach it just doesn't go well. Back to the discussion by candlelight for effect. Oh my God. You got a new puppy, Paula. What the heck? Kim got a new puppy once and then she blamed me for it. Said it was my fault. Anyway, so I was working with my friend Alyssa, the musical medium. If you don't follow her, you should. She's really good. She's in New Jersey. She's out of New Jersey. She's got the best accent. Anyway, super sweet, really, really, really good medium. And we were practicing and something. And so I was setting those intentions for names, right? And she was working on, she was like, she hadn't really set any intention. She's like, I'm going to see what comes through. And sometimes that'll happen. Sometimes we're just like, we just have to give it over to the gods and let them figure out what we're learning that day. Right. A society in the name of awe. That's cool, Paula. I love that for you. Lucas, do not blame me. Those were your choices. Those were your choices. Not my fault that you like him. So we were talking about, yesterday we had kind of follow-up chat about vocal points. Show of hands. Now, those of you who've taken my classes for a while, we haven't talked about this for quite a long time. Actually, no, I think we just did this. I don't know that I called it vocal points in class. Who remembers what a vocal point is in mediumship? Who remembers what that is? Tell me who remembers, who paid attention in class, or who watched my last video, because I did a whole video on vocal points. Good morning, Sherry Lynn. Talked about vocal points. So this goes back to, if you're watching from anything but TikTok, you'll see I've got a banner that says evidence versus messages in mediumship. And I think it's important to, when we're giving spirit a voice, not just describing who they are. Okay. Not just evidence dumping, right? Now, and then moving on. Evidence dumping is not a bad thing. Okay. Evidence dumping is fine. But how do we take that and turn it into a message and figure out, why did they bring a specific piece up? You did, Chelsea. Okay. Well, hopefully you interacted with it. By the way, you guys, if you're on TikTok, please go and watch all of my videos and like and share and comment, because my last couple of videos are under 200 views. One of them only had the one where there's a ghost in my house. Like it flies by. You can see it and you can see my face. I was recording a 12-month tarot. And it was like, It was huge, especially for what I normally see on camera. You need to go watch that. I know my videos are suppressed for some reason, and I've been using it's not like I'm trying, doing different hashtags, like everything's the same. So go watch my ghost video, go watch my video on vocal points, which is what we're talking about today. So class time, get your notebooks, friends. When we as mediums are tuning into spirit, yeah, I don't understand why, Paula. I don't. Maybe you guys have to go like make sure you're getting notified when I post a video. Because I only have 27 people in this chat. I see people that are mediocre at best, mediocre on TikTok with 200 people in a room. And they're not even interesting to watch. Like they're super boring, but I can't get more than 30 people in a room typically. It's all messed up, Chelsea. So yeah, April's saying she never sees my videos. I'm just not getting pushed out. I know, Sherry, like they're like fake mediums, but they create sensationalism. Or I literally see people who are just boring AF to watch. Boring. And like mediocre at best. Hundreds of people in the room. I feel like I'm interesting. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. They don't even have French fries with that. Right, Yessie? Oh, good. Okay, so you did see it on your FYP? Or you are? Oh, no, you're not. You're not seeing it on your FYP. Yeah. The ghost one's not pinned because I literally only have like 110 views on that. Like, I don't understand. So those of you who are in here, if you want to go find, good, I'm glad you were notified, but you have to set those settings. You have to go to your settings and set the notification that you get notified when I go live. So you do have to do that yourself. Oh, there's my friend Michelle. I was just telling people how you're doing that that cup for me. We're talking about the fries. And thank you for saying I'm funny, April. That makes me feel good. I try to be lighthearted and funny. The tumblers are done. Yeah, that's the word, tumbler. I was like, what the fuck is the word that I'm looking for? Tumbler, that's what it is. I'm so excited for that. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm just so excited. Anyway, I am going to start working on getting a guest list together. I'm just so disorganized because I literally I literally live day to day right now because of my dance schedule and my mediumship schedule and everything else I have going on. So let's get back to what we're talking about, vocal points. Had to set yourself to private. Oh, I'm sorry about that. See, okay. That's crazy, Michelle, that you weren't subscribed anymore. And that could be an Apple update. It could just be from, who knows what it's from. Who knows why, but I appreciate you being a subscriber. So for those of you who don't know, when I'm doing readings, by the way, subscribers automatically get a reading they get a card pull. Just so you know. So anyway, vocal points. This is going to be an ADD day. I feel it. It's an ADHD day. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You know what? Actually, I think I had the same thing, Michelle. I was signed when my last update. I was signed out of a bunch of stuff. So I get it. So make sure you check especially if you have an Apple, make sure you're checking your settings. So how vocal points work? Okay, so say I'm doing a reading for you. Okay, and I feel a spirit move in, or you've requested, can you connect to a loved one? It's still my job to bring the evidence, right? So, and people who say you can't like just call on spirit and bring them forward, That's not true at all. There are a number of you in between these chats that have seen me do readings that understand that I absolutely can. Absolutely. And there's probably other mediums watching, they'll be able to back that up. So if you say, well, I was really hoping to connect to my grandfather. Okay. I'll invite your grandfather in. It may not be grandfather that steps forward first, but that is what I'll set that intention, invite that spirit to come in. Right. So yes, it is absolutely possible. And but I also honor what spirit. Thank you, Roxanne, for saying that. And I see Rob's in the house. And so I absolutely can do that. It's still my job to prove it. Let me say that again. It's still my job to prove it, to bring the evidence forward. Because if you say, I want to connect to my grandfather, then I'd be like, oh, yeah, he was old when he died. Like, he loved you so much. No, Hi, Rob. Make sure you guys are following Intuitive Intention. His cards are fire. And so it's still my job to say, okay, so would you understand? Grandpa Joe is talking about he's showing me a cane, which is a sign for mobility issues at the end, or I feel tightness in my chest. Like the Grandpa Joe will bring forward evidence. Okay. And it's my job to evidence. I'll do what's called an evidence dump. I'll let them bring through all that evidence. Okay. But also once you, the sitter, have said, yep, that's totally Grandpa Joe, then a lot of times I'll move on from the evidence of proving who they are. Now, at that moment, my intention with that spirit is to say, okay, what do you want to talk about today? Why are you showing up today? And sometimes that evidence will continue to come, but in like funny little ways. So let me pull something up here. So when I was doing my practice session with Alyssa, right? Some of the things that came through that she was saying for me, like she was bringing through my Uncle Jack, right? And I knew as soon as she said your uncle, I only have two uncles that would have fit like what she was saying. And then she said, like there was issues with his chest, heart, hard time breathing at night. And then gave a couple other pieces of evidence. And then once we got to that, it was important to go, okay, what else does he want to talk about? And he talked about he should have taken better care of himself. Because so what he did was he went to that vocal point. He went to talking about the chest, talking about how he should have taken care of himself better, and then went further, deeper into the evidence of things that I was able to go and validate later that caused he passed from a heart attack, right? So he was able to talk further about the chest situation. Okay. And that further, and like taking that accountability for himself, saying, I should have done better. I should have done this, and this differently. But I made this choice, this choice, this choice. Oh, and by the way, speaking of bad choices, let's talk about other things. And then went in and talked further about like my dad, who's on the other side, that's his brother, and the things that happened that he was upset about. Oh, hey, medium rare with Lisa. So you guys make sure you are on Instagram. Make sure you'll see medium rare with Lisa. Make sure you follow her because that's who I'm going to be live with tonight. Okay, so make sure you give her a follow and get notifications. So anyway, there were things that he brought through that my Uncle Jack was able to say that I needed to hear. Things that I suspected, but never got to get confirmation because he passed. And so he honed in on a vocal point, a very specific thing. And so while there were like 15 pieces of evidence that that was my Uncle Jack, Alyssa challenged herself a little further to go into that vocal point to one piece and follow the the information from that, and gave a very profound message that actually I kind of found some healing with. And I could tell like my face was beaming because I was like, wow, I'm so glad to get these answers. I'm so glad to know that he really did see my dad the way that I did. And keeping in mind, Alyssa had no idea about my dad's situation. And once I told her, she was like, oh my God, you should write a book. I said, I know I should write a book on this. It'd be a pamphlet. It's not that long of a story, but it is, to me, it was a validation for things that I already knew that I knew, but I could never ask my Uncle Jack. And so Alyssa following that vocal point, honoring what spirit brought through. And to me, this is what makes an advanced level medium. This is what sets you apart from someone that is still in development, that might just be bringing forward evidence, which is fine. Once you learn to bring forward that evidence, how do you go in and find that vocal point? Find that. Hi, Jen, by the way, Butterfly Jen. I saw you, and in my mind I said hi, but I'm just now saying hi to you. So it's being able to, that's what's going to take you to that next level. Okay. As a reader, it's funny how we get information that makes no sense to us, but means so much for the sitter. Yes, CR. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, I believe the message work is where the healing comes in. It's one thing to know our loved ones are around. Okay. And that evidence is beautiful in and of itself, right? Being able to get the evidence that, oh my gosh, you know what? Yep. Grandpa saw, sees what I've got going on. Grandpa knows, as the medium proves that grandpa's here, then what is the further message? Okay. And sometimes it is that grandparent saying, oh, thank you, Paula. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Grandpa may want to weigh in on something I've got going on in my life that I need an affirmation for. So maybe grandpa's going to come in and talk further about that. Okay. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I got Jamie McIntyre going on in the background. Turn that off. So, grandpa might come in, or, any other relative, and it was up to the medium to prove up that it's grandpa. Right. And maybe and that's important also, that we also prove up the spirit first, because easily, a reader could be reading you psychically and not mediumistically. Maybe I was hoping to hear from my grandparents, and so they've tuned in psychically to me, and they're like, oh yeah. And they might regurgitate a few things that I would know about grandpa. And this is where that really good, juicy evidence comes in, things that I would have to validate later, or I'd have to look up or ask somebody about. That's how you know a spirit connection is real. If the sitter doesn't know, but is able to find out later, or can shoot a message to someone and find out. And if they are reading you psychically, they're not going to pick up on the message of why grandpa's showing up, right? So it's okay for you to set your bar a little high. If you're paying for a mediumship reading, if that's what you're looking for, is a mediumship reading, and you're hoping to connect to a loved one on the other side, ask for the deeper message. You want the deeper message. You want, what is it that grandpa's seeing right now? What is it that what advice would they offer you? Okay. That's another thing that I have enjoyed doing is in my readings to enrich a reading for someone is if if grandpa comes in, then I'm going to ask grandpa, what wisdom would you like to share? What, knowing what you know now on the other side, how would you have spent your time differently here? Or what would you like to see your loved one do differently to get the most out of their experience here? So I will ask the advice or the wisdom of that loved one on the other side. Yes, he had brought up the color orange during our class pair up. The orange reference was deeper. See, I and that makes all the difference when it hits home with the sitter. It may not, you may not know, like this, the medium may have no idea what any of it means. And you know what? It's none your business anyway, right? When I was going through my journal that I wrote a letter to my grandma, it was written in orange. Ooh, Yesie's a badass reader. She just doesn't understand how amazing she really is. I can't wait to see like I can't wait to just like stretch her even further. She's amazing. I'm excited. Whoop. Oh, Yesie. I adore you. And she's a good human. She's not even a jerk or anything. I see Jen Boss Sauce is in the house. So I wish I could share what came through for me a sitter recently. Ooh, well, you can message me. Hello, my queen. How are you? Make sure you guys are following Jen Boss Sauce Tarot. She's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. So kind. I appreciate you. You have vacation week. Hold on. Tomorrow. You are a good person, Lucas. You absolutely are. And that's cool. You got vacation. Yeah, stop the self-doubt. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stop that self-doubt. And so what we're talking about, Jen, in here is don't say what you don't know. That's right. That is rule number one. No, that's not true. Rule number one is the medium's always in control. Rule number one is the medium is always in control. How many of you have seen mediums that are like, I don't know, I just can't control myself? Show of hands. Show of French fries. How many people just act like they can't control themselves? The medium's always in control. Right? Right, Paula? You can totally control it. 100% control it. You can control your reaction to things coming in. And like if I'm out in the wild, I don't get spirit messages. Like, because that's the boundary that I set. So this is very big Leo energy of me, because someday I'm going to be famous. Okay, with all 29 of you in TikTok and 3 of you in my other platforms total. Someday I'm going to be famous, right? And I'm going to have an entourage, right? That might be actual people. Right now, I have a spirit entourage. I have a spirit entourage. They're my bouncers, right? Hi, Corey. I see you. Well, I'm not quite famous yet. I'm famous with you 30 people in here watching, and that's about it. TikTok does not see my value. Either do any of the other platforms. So you can, yes, you can be my, absolutely, Paula. I'm going to need one of those. All right, so it's got to keep me on the straight and narrow with my food. Keep the protein up. Good balanced meal. So my spirit gangsters. Yes, I love that. If you had any idea what side of town I came from in Indianapolis, you'd be like, that tracks. I have spirit gangsters. I got a posse. Always healthy sign. Yep. High protein meals. Yes. So I'm not at the grocery store feeling other people's relatives. That's not okay. Um, oh, cool. Ashley's gonna be my hair and makeup artist. Like, I'm gonna have an entourage. I'm gonna have an entourage. And I'm gonna need a personal assistant that can tell me exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing next. And then can tell me, oh, Ermi, hello, hello. Make sure you guys are following Ermi too. A teacher, medium, fantastic, human altogether. Love her, good energy, and she's no BS. Yeah, no BS. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Traveling the world. The personal assistant, yes. I need to be taking, of course, Ermi, girl. So I am definitely no BS. I've tried, and then my face does this weird contortion thing when I try to like hold back. Little hippie, little hood. Yes, Kimberly. Yes. So anyway, when you're out in the real world, the medium's always in control. When you're in a reading, the medium's always in control. It does give up the captions. Yes, you're correct. When you are on platform, okay, me, when I'm on platform, I might be sharing the stage with a number of other people. Okay. I might have like 200 people sitting in the audience. I'm in control as to what spirit comes in. Okay. I control the narrative because the medium's always in control. I am. I'm teaching today. We're talking about evidence versus message work. And like just evidence dumping and then walking away without giving spirit the opportunity to deliver the message. Why are they there? Why are they coming in? What do they have to say? What wisdom do they have to offer? Yeah, as opposed to, would you understand they're 5'4"? Would you understand? Da, 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 da. And just evidence dumping and then just going, okay, well, they love you. They're fine. 2 thumbs down. Hard. I know. I'm the worst sitter, Shelley. I want so much, right, Ermi? Right? Follow from you, but it wasn't your oh yeah. Thank you, Controlled Chaos, for the reminder. Hey, Kim or Yessie, one of you, can you put a reminder that I won't follow people back? I'm not a big jerk, you guys. I just don't follow people back because I do have fake accounts that are going to follow you and ask you for a reading. And it looks like my profile. They create them quick. I know exactly, Ermi. Why are they there? Why is that loved one coming in? And so again, going back to rule number 1, medium's always in control. Number 2, when you are harvesting the evidence, don't say what you don't know. I don't know if they had chest issues. Okay. Well, tell me what you do know. What does that say about confidence? I don't know if they had long hair. If you just forked over $150 to someone for the reading of a lifetime, do you want to hear them tell you what they don't know? What do you want to hear? What kind of evidence do you want to hear? You want to hear what they do know, right? So let me give you an example. Let's go back to I don't know if they had a heart attack. It's not that. It's spirits drawing my attention to my chest. Would you understand why your grandfather would be talking about his chest? Yes? Excellent. Because the chest And if that person says no, I say, okay, well, my sign for chest typically is heart or lung issues, breathing issues at the end. You don't have to go into all that right away, right? To me, 100% fishing. Yes, exactly. Yes, Josie. That is a form of fishing. And it's not even fishing because maybe the person doesn't understand how that, or maybe doesn't have a good connection. They're just not confident in what they are getting. Okay. So they're afraid just to put themselves out there. Big Leo energy. I'm not. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I'm not afraid to be wrong. So if I don't and also if I don't understand something, it's not honest to God, it's not my business to understand the message. It's not for me. I am literally the conduit. So if I'm asking for evidence from the person, then I might get going back to evidence dumping. What happens is a lot of times, right near me, is I'll get like this big giant download of all the things. I'll get all the information all at once, and I don't sort through it. It's like, okay, whatever comes first, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say, okay, I'm being impressed with blonde hair, blue eyes, chest issues, Irish relatives. Like I might go down that list of everything that they're dumping into my brain right then. And then I'm going to say, let me get through all of this. I'm not going to ask for verification. I'm not going to ask for your validation because sometimes they don't need, they each individual thing may not make sense by itself, but it might create a bigger picture, right? Spirit needs to point me in the direction of money, mental wellness, exhausting all efforts, need money tree. Yeah, don't we all? Well, quit trying to manifest money, manifest the things that you want. That's a whole other show. So with spirit may dump a whole bunch of information all at once. I don't try to sort it out. I don't try to interpret it. Okay. I create a list of what they felt important to bring through. Once the sitter says, yes, you've got, I know who you have. They don't even have to tell me who it is. They could say, yes, I know who that is. I'm like, great. Would you like me to get more information from them? Wonderful. And then I'll ask the spirit, what is it in this list that's most important for you to talk about? Of all the things, because what I do is I write the things down as we go. I'll draw pictures if necessary. I'll circle things that they want me to circle. I'll write down numbers. Thank you, Collins girl, for saying that, Stephanie. And that it's very helpful because all the evidence dumping, again, it may not make sense right away, but it does fit into puzzles. And like 99% of the time, everything that I've written down does make sense before the end of the reading. Even if it doesn't in real time as it's happening, it usually does because they're all little pieces of a puzzle. Okay. So when we've got grandpa dumping the evidence, I, as the medium, move into the message work because we've identified that it's grandpa. We no longer have to do that evidence. We no longer have to prove up who this is. And this is where, again, developing beginning medium, advanced beginning, intermediate medium to advanced medium, right? You watch John Edward, he just throws stuff out and he's like, yeah, I have da 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 da. And it's not asking permission. It's not asking for feedback. It's not, hoping that you get it right. He's like, no, I know this because my team, I understand that I know exactly my connection, and write it down. And then by the end, how many times have you watched someone like John Edward or Jonathan Lewis or Pam Sears or any of the bigger mediums that have such good spirit connection and evidence that they'll move into a message. They'll hone in on that one thing. And they'll say, okay, spirit, why are you coming in? He's talking about da 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 that you're going through a thing right now. Da 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 da. Okay. And that to me is advanced mediumship. That is a deeper spirit connection and working in a way that is healing and beneficial to the client versus let's do some party tricks and be like, oh yeah, that totally. And like, yep, you got my grandpa here. Well, he loves you. No shit. you know, um, so really going deeper into what the message is, right? And as opposed to just evidence dumping, right? And there are mediums that will say, well, the evidence is the message. Not always. Not always. And why not? If our job as a medium is to give spirit a voice, then why not give them the stage to do that? Right? They're already here. Give them the stage and the space and the opportunity to deliver that message. Seeing Tyler Henry in March, and I'm hoping my side is loud enough to get through. Well, and okay, let's talk about that for a moment. And one of my students, and she's my friend for like also, but like one of my students, psychic biker Jessie, she was just talking about this, how she went to see Teresa Caputo, and how she knew, even though she wasn't being called on, she knew there were certain messages coming through that were actually for her. They were still for the person that they were being given to, right? They were still for that person. But those messages can be also for other people in the audience. And that's the beautiful thing about platform work. And as a platform medium myself, I truly enjoy that. And I'll have people come up, especially at Camp Chesterfield when I'm on platform there. Every time I've had people come up after the session and go, I know that you weren't talking to me, but you were talking to me. Those, and yes, they're called, I call them postcards. I call them postcards. Spirit winks, and that does happen. It happens a lot because why wouldn't spirit is infinitely intelligent? Why would they not get together and be like, all right, listen, this person really, really needs to hear a direct message, but there's 10 other people that are going through similar situations. So let's see if we can like layer this in so they know that we're here too. Right? Especially when the sitter isn't taking it, but I'm taking it. Oh, see that. Now that's a whole different story. I'm talking about that sitter that can take it and that is for that particular sitter, but other people know that there's little postcards. So when I do readings live, okay, which here in a little bit, we'll do some demonstrations of that, right? I'll pull in, we'll do some readings here. So stick around. Yes, Josie, thank you. Can someone pin that comment from Outlaw Josie? Because that's exactly what we're going for here, is understand. If I even have any mods in here anymore, do I? I know Yessie is like in and out. So does spirit let you know if they were a medium when they were here? Oh yeah, they can do that. You can't. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure you've got all the things. Weird. How strange is that? Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, I don't want to mute your account. I don't want to block you. Oh, shoot. I was trying to like do her settings. And I think I just accidentally blocked Jessie. She's a moderator. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, she's a moderator, but I can't figure out how to give her. There we go. All right, let's see if, so that was fun. I accidentally blocked my moderator. I know, this is why I don't moderate. I know, I was like, wait, I was trying to give you the power to do that. And then like all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap, I blocked her. That was sorry, Yessie, I love you. I was checking the settings to see if you could pin. That was weird. Don't trust me with these things. Anyway, it was all fun and games until you got blocked. I know, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, oh crap. That happened in real time, friends. I thought I was managing your access to be able to pin things or to do things. I was like, wait, she doesn't have any of that. Would you like fries with that? I'm just going to take a little sip of my. You just saw a shadow person in my life here, or like in your space. Sometimes I get a lot of spirits that show up here. There is someone walking around here. I think it might be Mr. Barker. Oh, hey, Lucas. I think Mr. Barker's been hanging around a lot lately. It's beyond. I know. Same, Amy. Oh, in your house. Okay. No one has to pin things. You will get blocked. Oh my God. I'm a hot mess. Hot mess. Anyway, what were we talking about? So now I can't remember what she said. What did Josie say? Yes, the evidence is nice, but it's the messages that really bring the healing, right? So that's just, again, that just, so if you're a teacher, and I'm 100% confident that Ermi in here teaches this in her mediumship classes. She and I are very similar in the way we read and bring evidence forward. It's so you read, you get the person, and then you go deeper. Yeah, you go deeper. You don't just stop at the evidence. That's child's play. That is Spirit 101 class. That is Mediumship 101 class. Week 1. By week 2, we're delving into message work. Okay. Anyway, back to postcards. And if you're in a situation where you're so somebody was saying they're going to go see Tyler Henry. Even on the platform at Camp Chesterfield, if I'm just at service, if I'm in a service watching, yeah, exactly, Ermi. Why are you here? You are a moderator. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Damn it. It says you are. Confirm. I think. Okay, do not block or mute. You are now. Oh, you had to follow me back because I blocked you. I can't believe I blocked a moderator. Like, and Yessie of all people. Life changes and things happen after they're gone. It's healing to know their thoughts and feelings too. Yes, Josie, absolutely. Absolutely. Try pinning that, Yessie, what Josie just said. Josie's dropping knowledge. Okay. Good, Alicia. I'm glad that you're here. All right, good. Yay! Yessie's back in full power. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. Nice to see you. Oh, yikes. I just realized I don't have my charger for my Mac, and it's going to die in a minute. Oh, geez. Okay. I need y'all to talk amongst yourselves. I need to get my charger. I'll be right back. So I need someone to keep chatting. Before my Mac dies, because I need to get my charger. Okay, I'll be right back. Dude, here, I'll play music. Everyone have a dance party. Can we have a dance? Well, let's do Over Galway Town and have a dance party. And I'm gonna get my charger.
Running through the mountains, oh, it took some time to tell. Run away faster, oh, the devil's on your tail. Trying to fight the feeling of the love, too young to be heartbroken. Oh, would you risk it all to save her? And if you stop for a minute, take a look around, you see the stars that shine so brightly over Galway town. And if you find love, don't lose it. There's not much around, go in your eyes that shine so bright like over Galway town. La 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 la. La 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 la. Roll the rivers and streams, the wind at your back. Looking forward, there's no life in the past. I'm giving my jacket, you'll be holding my hand. I wanna love you, gave me the chance. And if you stop for a minute, take a look around, you see the stars that shine so brightly over Galway town. And if you find love,
I saved the day. All right, and also I realized that my phone was not plugged in. Are we enjoying little Jamie McIntyre? New song coming out tomorrow. Oh, there we go. That wasn't so bad. So I hope YouTube doesn't like do anything silly, like take my video down because I'm playing music. Had the strangest dream and I wish I could figure out what they were trying to tell me. Well, ask them. Ask them. All right. I think we're back on now. Spirit says, yes, he needs a break. Right, April? Like, Spirit, yeah, just, she needs a break, clearly. So Lorena's going to accidentally block her moderator. It can't, yes, actually it is, Alexandra. It really is. I'm not being a jerk about it, I promise. Keep getting horrible visions and can't share them lately. Well, you need to have a conversation with your team. That goes back to, I haven't tried that one. I haven't tried that. Is it really good, Alexander? I'll check that out. I love the sparkling flavors. You're welcome. Let's see. Okay, well, again, yeah, I don't know. I tell my team I only want bad news or things like that if I can control the narrative. If there's something I can do differently, if I can change something, then cool. Not only show me what's going on, but show me what my solution is too. It's a requirement. Like that when I was joking earlier about my entourage, my team, my posse, like when I'm famous, like I'm going to have like a team with me. Right now, I've got my spirit team. So when I go to the grocery, I'm not feeling all the stuff. Yeah. So it's probably what's happening to you then, Kimberly. If you are homesteading and be more self-sufficient, you're probably a lot more rooted in the ground. Yeah. Yeah. So as long as if you're getting the warning, but then also get the solutions, then that's awesome. You know, and that's how I see like premonitions. Don't be bringing that nonsense to me if I can't do anything about it. Don't be bringing nonsense to me that I can't control or fix. Okay. If I'm supposed to be an active participant in it, great. Bring it. If you're just trying to torture me, we're not having that. I'll shut it down. And that's my big Leo energy, I think. And that came with time. But I'm finding that even with people, just interacting with people, I don't want to feel your energy. I don't want to know what you're thinking. I don't want to know any of that. It's none of my business. I'm lucky to keep track of my own self, much less anybody else, right? But yes, asking for solutions. If you're going to bring me that nonsense, then give me some solutions with it. Okay. If you're going to bring me something stressful, bring a solution. Right. But what I have found though, is I enjoy socializing more now because I understand my boundaries. I understand that I can have boundaries and that I can ask for that, because what's rule number one, friends? What is rule number one?
Tell me when it stops. Don't rewind the clock. Still thinking of you.
I'm waiting for someone to answer. So, like, why? I don't run the country and not going to share it. So, what's the point? Right. Woo. That's right. Medium is always in control and always in charge. And we, as humans, are mediums. We all can do this. As for extra fries. Oh my God, April, you're really killing me over here. Yeah, the medium's always in control. You know, the medium's always in control. Rule number 2 when doing mediumship, though, don't say what you don't know. If you are in development and you want to be a reputable, reliable, confident reader, you don't say what you don't know. Providing a solution, right? Or Glenn, if your kids are coming with a problem, they need to learn how to ask for assistance to find a solution. They need to learn how to ask for that help. We can do that. We can do that with spirit. We can do that. We can say, okay, listen, I'm going to need some help with this. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. There are times that I will stop and I'll be like, look, okay, listen, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I don't know what you want me to do about this situation. You keep dumping it in my lap and I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's happening. I need you to help me sort this out. What you need to give me some insight on this. And I will get my human Leo energy self out there. When we had these assholes that were trying to take down my studio, literally trying to take down my studio over the summer, I was like, we're not playing this game. Like if there's a lesson in here, you need to bring me the lesson so I can learn it quick. If there's something I need to do different, or if I've caused this, I need to know why. And how do I fix it? What she said. Yep. Good, Kimberly. Yeah, what she said. So I'm very, very much a solution-oriented person. And I've been that way with my when raising my kids. And I will say, as a parent, because I am so solution-oriented, I found myself, and I didn't realize that I was doing this until my daughter at the time was maybe I think she was in 6th grade, maybe 5th grade, 6th grade. She gets in the car. She just starts unloading and complaining about the day. And I was like, okay, well, did you do this, this, and this, and this? I'm very solution. My mind is immediately, how do I solve the problems? How do I help? And she goes, has it ever occurred to you that I'm not asking for your solutions here? That I just need a vent? And I'm like, no. It didn't. Honest to God, it had not occurred to me that she just needed the space to complain. And so I said, okay, so I'll make you a deal. When you have these moments where you need to vent, I'm going to ask you, is this a venting moment or a solution-oriented moment, a solution moment? And she would tell me. She's my Leo. Yeah. Redheaded Leo on top of that. Yeah. Also the one that doesn't talk to me anymore. But here we are. And I said, you know what? It hadn't. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. How bullyish of me. I didn't even know that my own energy was disrupting. Right. So I was like, okay, I'll be at 10 and 2 until you let me know in the car if you want my help or if you want my thoughts on something. And that was a game changer for how after school went, how the after school ritual went. is because I was giving her that space. So anyway, how do we derail from that? Yeah, so we do the same thing with spirit. Okay, as we have our own team, right? And we all come here with spirit guides, with a team of spirits. Whether we're practicing mediumship or just floating around like a speck of dust in the universe, we have a team. Hi, Daniel. How are you? I've seen you pop in and out a few times. So how do you utilize your team? And thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. How do you utilize your team for your own life? Make sure you guys are following DJ Ministries, by the way. Daniel's awesome. Awesome human. Great medium. So how do we utilize our own team? And actually I teach that in my classes. Like I tell people, you don't have to take classes to be a professional medium. How do you utilize source, God, spirit team to live your best life? Right? How do you do that to live your best life? How do you utilize your team to communicate and understand what steps you should take next? So when the coup was happening with my dance studio, there was a lot of information that my guides were showing me. And I'm like, that can't be true. No way. And then I would follow up and do deep dive and find out it was 100% true. I was like, okay, so listen, you're going to bring this information to me. How are we fixing this? How are we fixing this? And they brought amazing solutions. I didn't always like them. But in the end, looking back, I'm like, I'm glad I made that choice. And I'm glad I followed Spirit's advice. Oh yeah, Army. It was ugly. Like I was ready to just close my studio. Like I was so done with people. But then I realized that that group of people, they weren't going to break me. And now our studio is better than ever. And like just had our first competition without all those fuckers. And my kids won scholarships. They got first overall. Like they won things. They were featured on the competition convention. They were featured on all their socials this weekend. So they can be over there far away because I don't see those people in the studio they all went to. I don't see them anywhere. That studio doesn't give a rat's ass about them. That was my moment. I'm going to need Spirit to drop that PDA with all the details. Right? Right, April? Yep. Yeah. So how do you utilize your own team for message work? And somebody else actually came in early on and was saying, I'm having dreams, but I don't understand what they mean. So how do you work with your team to understand what that dream meant? Is that person still in here? Who asked that? I can't remember who asked that. And are you still in here? Hi, Alexis. How are you? Welcome in. I don't remember who asked that or who said that. It may not be in here. That was a long time ago. So here's one way. Oh, Kimberly? It was Alexandra. Yes. Alexandra, you are correct. Yes. So what I would suggest, and this is like me in real time getting a download of information from my guides. You ready for this? Okay. Get your pens and paper. You're going to do channeled writing. So if you have a crazy dream that you don't understand and you're not sure, write down that dream. Like write it down in detail. everything that you remember about it. And what you'll find is like, just like any dream, when you wake up from it, you remember it, but then like as the day goes on, you start forgetting pieces of it. So write down every single thing that you remember. What down colors, textures, how did it feel? What were they saying? What were you getting, the overall vibe? How did it feel? Okay, write that down. Then you're going to kind of clear your head. You're going to read it back to yourself as if somebody else wrote the story. And then you're going to write down, you're going to draw a little line. So you're going to write down the dream, right? Write down the dream. And then you're going to put a little line there. Then you're going to reread what you just wrote. Then if someone was telling you that story, what would you say about it? Okay. So you're going to put your thoughts. That's you. Okay. Then you're going to draw the line. Then you're going to close your eyes. You're going to ask spirit to overshadow you with their energy. And then I'm telling you, follow this, Josie. Seriously. Scary dreams are you processing your fears through the day. You're processing fears. Okay. However, write down your thoughts. Ask spirit to overshadow you. Right, Allison? You're welcome. It's a free class. And then you ask spirit, ask one of your guides, ask your teacher guide, the one who teaches you. You may not have met them. You may not know who they are, what they used to be, or what they are. You just invite your teacher guide to come in, read it again, read what you wrote again, ask them their thoughts, and intuitively write everything that comes into your head. Then you're going to be able to start seeing the difference in your thoughts and their thoughts. One, that's a great way to get to know your guides. But also you're going to start seeing the reality of what that dream is. Now, keep in mind, I've never done that. I've never actually done that with a dream. This literally came in when I said, okay, well, we need a solution to a problem. That was a perfect example of spirit giving me a solution for that problem, right? So try that out. Try that out. If you want to get to know your guides, that is a really great way to do that too. And here, you guys want to do a fun little class? Let me find my book. Okay, we'll do my Love is Letting Go of Fear. The answer is yes, a little class. You guys want to do a little class? All right, so this is one of my favorite books to use in class. This is one I've used before. This is one I actually used in class once. So what you want to do is you want to usually something spiritual or inspirational, don't have to be spiritual, but something based in someone's opinions or thoughts. So basically you're not reading Outlander and getting spirit's opinion. Yeah. Yes, he's like, yes, I know this. You know this drill. You may have been in class when I did this particular passage. So then you'll read something. This book it's so old, but it's a lot of interesting Love is Letting Go of Fear is what it's called. And it's all about understanding why we fear certain things and how do we move beyond it. Belief systems and reality. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a couple sentences. Okay. And then what you would do is write down your thoughts. You would write down your thoughts on this, right? What do you think about the things that I'm saying? And then, here, let me turn this off. Let me the Jamie McIntyre. So what are your thoughts on what I'm saying? And then you kind of do a little reset. Then what I'll do is I'll read it again. Then you're going to ask spirit what their thoughts are. And just write the first thing that comes into your head, not the second thing, because rule number 3, first thing that comes into your head is spirit. Second is you talking yourself out of it. Thank you for those. This is psychological healing information for those with DID working together with themselves. Yes. Or doing shadow work. Yes. This is really, really good stuff. So everybody ready? Did you guys get something to write things down? How many of you are scrambling to find a pen? So I'm going to read this. Okay. Belief systems and reality. I'm going to read this passage, and then you're going to write down what comes into your head is like what your thoughts. Ask like what your thoughts are. It may be, you may be like, this is the dumbest thing you've ever said in your life, Lorenda. Or that's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. Whatever. You might be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Right? So belief systems and reality. We are what we believe. Our belief system is based on our past experience, which is constantly being relived in the present, with an anticipation of the future being like the past. Our present perceptions are so colored by the past that we are unable to see the immediate happenings in our lives without distortions and limitations. With willingness, we can re-examine who we think we are in order to achieve a new and deeper sense of our real identity. Write down your thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about that? We are what we believe. Our belief system is based on our past experience. What do you think about that? Yes, we are what we believe. Our belief system is based on our past experience, which is constantly being relived in the present, with an anticipation of the future being like the past. Our present perceptions are so colored by the past that we are unable to see the immediate happenings in our lives without distortions and limitations. With willingness, we can re-examine who we think we are in order to achieve a new and deeper sense of real identity. What we learn is all you know. Okay. Okay. So write out everything that you feel like yourself, your human self feels about that. Okay. Now, I'm going to read it again. And I want you to do like we did here, right? Draw the line. And I want you to write spirit. Because you're going to ask your spirit team their thoughts. Even if the thoughts come in kind of broken, hi, Bree. If they come in broken, or if you get just random words or random feelings, random thoughts, write down everything that comes in. Okay, don't hold back. I'm going to read it again. And you're going to ask your teacher or your spirit team to help you and tell you what their thoughts on this are. Okay. So do that. You're engaging your team. You're inviting them to cover you in their energy, to overshadow you in their energy. You're giving them permission to communicate with you. We are what we believe. Our belief system is based on our past experience, which is constantly being relived in the present, with an anticipation of the future being like the past. Our present perceptions are so colored by the past that we are unable to see the immediate happenings in our lives without distortions or limitations. With willingness, we can re-examine who we think we are in order to achieve a new and deeper sense of our real identity. So now ask Spirit to give you their thoughts. What do they think about that? Might be the same, might be different. Honor whatever comes in. Here, I'll play music while you do that. They often do. Or they put a different twist. Break the cycle. Yes. Hi, Kat. Make sure you follow Mystic Mind, friends. Cannot wait to get my crown. So now I want you to look at the two things and compare them. I'm so excited for you to get yours too, Michelle. Make sure when you get it that you do a video and post it and tag me as well as Kat in it. So how many of you got different answers from that? How many of you got different answers from that? Punishment. We punish ourselves a lot by living in the past. Trauma overshadows your life perceptions. This is crazy. I came here to ask you how to know where to start with my healing, and here we are. See? Totally different, isn't it, Ermi? I love it. It's an example of what happens in my class. That's right. The kind of stuff that we do in our class. Logical mind versus emotional mind. Mm-hmm. So this is live and learn. I love it. I love that you guys are getting that little bit different. We did you wrong. Interesting. Interesting. You know what, Allison? I would deep dive in that. I would say, please explain more and journal everything. Hi, Micah. Nice to see you. I was thinking about you yesterday. I actually almost reached out, but I was driving and then I was listening to a book and then I forgot. Stop playing victim. Oh, these are all so good, you guys. So this goes back to what we were talking about in the very beginning, asking for the vocal point. Oh, you guys are awesome. Look at you. Don't let the past impact the present. You're in control. Because what's rule number 1? The medium's always in control. Right? And we are spirit. We are mediums. All of us are. It's just a matter of understanding how to flow that information, how to utilize that information, how to own it. Right? How to take advantage of it to live our best lives. You see what I did there, didn't you? Right? It's like I'm actually pretty good at this. Y'all should take my class. I'm just saying, it's a really good class. We do a lot of that kind of work in my channeled writing class. Again, I'm not offering that just yet. I need to get some times open. I'm literally booked every weekend until mid-May. The next class is March 4th. So next Tuesday. I've got the 4th and 11th for March. I only do them 2 times a month. Isn't it, Alicia? It's very eye-opening because you start realizing, and this is a great way to get to know your team, you guys. It's a great way to get to know your team. Oh, fun fact, I'm almost done writing my channel writing journal. I'm going to publish it soon. It's almost done. Spirit said they've got like a few more things to tweak on it. And then I've just got to get the formatting right. And I'm going to be selling it. I'm going to be published finally. It's just not going to be my story. It's going to be a channeled writing book. You'll stay locked in prison of your own making if you do not learn from and release the past. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I'm not I don't call it shadow work. I just call it like fixing myself, unearthing things. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different phrases, but yes, that's exactly what it is. Hi, Tally. So big thing, the big takeaway from that exercise is one, take my class. It's awesome. Two, you can communicate with spirit on a daily basis. How many times have you, this is another fun exercise I've done in class. Ask spirit to play a song in your head. Ooh, let's play that game right now. Let's play this game right now. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting it hurts for me to pull my leg up, but I really need to. If it's going to sleep. You guys want to play another game? Let's play another game. All right. Keep your pens and paper out. Ask spirit to play a song in your mind. This is a free class. Normally you pay $20 for this. So this is just one of the many exercises we like to do. And music coming into your head is a version of clairaudience, by the way. Write down the first song that comes into your head and write down the lyrics that come to mind and go. Sweet Caroline. Oh, that's a good one. And then vocal point exercise. Ask for more information, like what lyrics should you be honing in on? What lyrics stand out to you? Okay. Write down the things that stand out to you. Does it give you a picture in your mind? Does it give you a feeling? Does it remind you of someone? Do the vocal point of that. Okay. Now write down your thoughts on it. Like really, like, what do you think of that song? Is it fun? Like for me, I'm going to say like Hotel California, because that's always the song that comes up, right? Hotel California. To me, it reminds me of my childhood, reminds me of the good times because of that, the timing of when that song came out. And there's just, what my brain says, but then you're going to write down. So I'm going to write down, oh yeah, the Eagles. I'm going to write down what I think of that song. What stands out? How does it make me feel? Then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to write spirit. Invite spirit to overshadow you. Give them permission to communicate. Ask them what it is. Why would they bring that to you? Army, it's a country song. I didn't peg you for country music. Interesting. Okay, so, and does the song remind you of somebody? And you have to honor it, though. Even if you don't like the song, you got to honor it. Okay, so why? Ask spirit why they gave you that song. What message, what do they want you to focus on in that song? Is it a lyric? Is it the feeling? Is it a picture it gives you? Is it a person? Because what if that song reminds you of a person? What if it's that person coming in to give you a message? Yep. They've seen everything you've been through. Yeah. Paula, do you have brown eyes? Did you have a male that called you that? Like, did your dad call you brown-eyed girl? There's someone, that's why. Sorry, I didn't ask permission to read you, but I feel like I know you. Okay. See, isn't that amazing? You can ask for what lies ahead. I have no way of knowing, but under my feet. Yes, see? How cool is see? So now do you understand why I say we all can get messages from spirit? This is just one way you can communicate. You can do the same darn thing to get to know them. Fulfill a prophecy, be something greater to make a legacy. Ooh, I got cold chills on that one. Look at that, goosebumps. Also, this filter is crazy. I didn't realize it even gave me an extra nose or give me a different nose. My nose is kind of cute on TikTok. We Are Who We Are by Kesha. Yes, yes, yes. Telling me sometimes I need to forget to not overdo it and have a peace of mind. I forget me. Ooh, there we go. Sign up for a class on Monday, March 4th. You can pin that, Yessie, if you want. So that's how we do things like that. That's how I do my classes. And honestly, I'd like to pretend that I plan them, but I don't. Okay, Paula, you're going to laugh, but you know what song is playing right now? I love that you said Brown Eyed Girl was the song for you. Right now, I've got Jamie McIntyre in the background singing Green Eyed Girl. Isn't that funny? I feel like that was it. And so when things like that happen, you have to go, oh, there we go. There we go. And also, if my classes don't work for you all, Ermi, awesome teacher. I've stepped in and been like a little guest speaker in her classes. She's an amazing teacher too. So check her stuff out. Yeah, I don't think most of us were, Glenn. Your mom had green eyes. See, okay, so you all witnessed that in real time, right? So I've got Green Eyed Girl playing right here. Let's see. Let's see what the message is. So I'll hold you every day. I'll do my best to keep you safe. Cause you're the girl I've dreamt about in all my dreams. Can you guys hear it? You're the reason I'm alive. You help me to escape my mind. You're my green-eyed girl. You mean the world to me. Cause I love you with everything I can. And I'll try to be a better man. So I'll hold you. So there you go, Paula. I didn't have to do a reading. Spirit did it itself. What are the chances of that, right? Paula said that, I know, not you crying at all. But this is how we get to know spirit. We invite them in. We give them the stage. We give them the platform. We give them the space. And by God, they will step in. They will step in. Invite them in. Spirit wants to be seen and heard. They want you to feel empowered. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yes, see? Guys keep showing me a stage and you just said stage. What? That's crazy. Also, hey, if you guys are going to be in the area next Saturday at Camp Chesterfield, I'll be on platform again. I don't have my schedule for April, May, and June. Just got a hug. Yay. Ooh, I wonder what that means, Shell. Maybe that means you need to take your umbrella with you today. Sometimes we'll get messages in songs that literally tell us what we need to prepare for in the day. Oh, you are a miracle baby. And look how amazing you are. You feed people, you nourish people. mind, body, and spirit. So I'm only on one more day, and that's next weekend, but I don't have my schedule, and they don't do virtual for those services. Army, we need to book something down by you. That'd be fun. Oh my God, that'd be fun. We could bring Carrie in. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wait, you're going to be where? You're going to be here in Indiana? What are you coming up here for? Oh, probably much more interesting where you are. Just saying. But that would be awesome. You can come stay. You can come up here and stay. It's fun. I love doing platform work, you guys. I really do love it. So if you're up in my area, sometimes I'll come to Kansas City area, but that's to judge dance competitions. I don't have anything booked right now for platform. I just have been so busy with dance. And I was in Oregon. That was amazing. I have a really good friend who lives in outside of Kansas City, Lone Jack, Missouri. Really good friend that anytime I go down to that area, I always meet up with him. Definitely psychic, but planning something here. I think it'd be amazing. That'd be so fun. Wait, did Amanda Nixon Rose come in? Girl. Okay, I see you, but also I'm going to see you this weekend, I think, or next weekend, I think. Are you guys going to be at Hollywood Connection, Amanda? She's probably like, oh my God, she saw me come in. What? Job from the East Coast to the West Coast. Ooh. Yeah, I would love to book more stuff. I have a really good, I'm actually, oh wait, I am booked. Oh my God, I'm booked. I am going to be doing something. You guys, I'm going to be on, what's the date? The weekend of March 21st, I'm going to be in Akron, Ohio, at the Healing Brew. I've got to finish the schedule today and get it to them. I'm going to be doing platform mediumship. I need to let my Ohio people know. I'm going to be doing platform mediumship. I'm going to be doing trance work. I'm going to be doing Spirit Guide 101 class, all live. And then private readings. We'll probably have 2 days of demonstrations. And I think we're going to do a seance. So, and that's the Healing Brew in Akron, Ohio. They haven't put it on the socials yet because I haven't given my schedule yet. I know a retreat weekend will be awesome. And also over the summer, I'd like to plan a retreat weekend. I have Reverend Glenda's on board to come and teach a class or two. My mentor at Camp Chesterfield. So yeah, I'm hoping to put together something for the summer. But I need to get my husband to commit to when we're going to go on vacation before we do that. I'd love to come south. The problem is I need people to host me. I need people with connections down there in other places. So like when I went to Oregon, it's because I had Carrie who works in a psychic store, in a crystal store. And so we were able to plan that event because they have boots on the ground. I don't have the connections. So if y'all have connections, and I'm coming to Cape Cod. Oh my God. Okay. Kat. Boston talk right now. I am here for Boston talk right now. Because have you seen him? Have you seen Boston talk right now recently? If you guys aren't watching, there's some things that people are trying to kick up. And it's wicked good time. It's so good. It's so good. I'm like, oh, and every time the Dropkick Murphys come on, I'm like, oh man, angry Bostonians. Oh my God. It's so good. So good. Anyway, that was derailing. Oh, also Jamia, my friend Jamia just popped in. She's probably not going to say hi either, but she's the person who takes care of my face. I talk about her quite often, actually. So Boston talk. I love Boston talk. It's, it's like somebody's done pissed off Boston. They're like, do you understand that we were the revolution in 1776? Like we were it. Who do you think you are? Like messing with me. So is it Boston is the single mother with 2 jobs that holds down her own? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, so back to this whole platform mediumship. Platform mediumship. Somebody, Allison asked a good question. How many of you, show of hands, understand? I know, right? Me too, Josie. Ohio, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in Ohio the third weekend in March, at the Healing Brew in Akron, doing an event. We're creating an event for me. It's kind of cool. So this is why I'm saying, if you know people who own places or you spiritualist church connections, and I can practice in Ohio because I'm an ordained minister. So I can practice in Ohio, where if you're not, you cannot do psychic mediumship. You can't do what I do in Ohio. You too, Alicia. Oh, in Oregon, I was in Portland. I was at Soulful with my friend Carrie Koss. I got to meet Butterfly Jen in person, and Joshua John, JJ. Amazing. So platform mediumship. How many of you understand? Do you guys know what platform mediumship is? What it means? It was actually a concept created by the spiritualist church. Because if you go to a spiritualist church, it's not church. It's in a church. Right? That would have been amazing to see you. Oh, I know. I'll go back out there again. I'm going to be, my husband and I are traveling west this summer, and I'll be going to Oregon again. We just have to get the dates finalized. So I will do another event out of Oregon. Jen just lost her mind by hearing that. I can feel it. So yeah, I'll be out there. I'm going to be out there. I'll be in Colorado, Oregon, and Washington area. Spiritualist church there. Yeah, see, I have not been to Casadega yet, but a couple of my students actually have been down there, and they love it. So I've got Camp Chesterfield up here. Anyway, so platform mediumship, that concept was actually brought to us by the spiritualist movement, by the spiritualist church. Because when you go to a spiritualist church, what's the word? Session. Oh my God. I'm like totally service. A service. It's not, you're not getting preached to. Nobody's telling you what to wear, what to do, how to act, who to worship, nothing. It's truly proving the continuity of life. And you would get up on a platform. This is before the churches were built. A lot of times it was done outside, out in the wild, right? They'd give you a platform and you'd stand up on the platform, the stage, and you connect to spirit. Oh yes. Yeah. She has her own group. And I tried to connect to her once when I was out there. So with platform mediumship, the idea is that you get up on the platform and you invite spirit in and you connect to people in the audience and deliver messages. But it's a very different vibe than what we do, say here, like on this live, right? It would be, I'm being impressed by, let me give you an example. Okay. I'm being impressed by a spirit that's coming in with blonde hair, blue eyes, and is talking about a dog in spirit with them that would be a golden retriever. And then you figure out if someone in the audience can take that. And if you can, if someone, as the medium, then I go to that person if I feel like, and I say, okay, and what's your name? And I'll get the vocal connection because it's really important to establish the triangle of communication. Okay. And if there's more than one person that says they can take that, then I have to choose, like I need to decide, I have to allow spirit to tell me who I can take that. It cracks me up. Yes, I would love to go see Cody down in Florida. he won't, he's no way he'd plan something with me. He might, he'd have lunch with me, but he wouldn't plan anything with me. Because he doesn't do readings out in the wild. I'm aware about Dana. I met with her once in Colorado. I had lunch with her. So, with the platform though, that I'm going to connect to that person, I'm going to say, okay, and what's your name? Okay, great. And then I connect. And if that's that person, then I'm immediately, I don't ask if they know who that is. I'm going to trust that that's going to be, I'm not asking for back and forth. All I know is their name. And I pull that spirit in and I say, okay, so this is a grandfather energy and they're showing me the color blue, and the color blue is not just about their eyes. They're saying, yes, they have blue eyes, but there's someone else that has their eyes that they're talking about that just is a baby coming in. Or like, I will ask at that point, what's the message? Because at that point, we already have the spirit identified. Remember how the whole point of this whole show was evidence versus mediumship. On the platform, you identify the spirit, go to who it goes to, deliver the message, get in and out. Theoretically, the people that I've seen on platform at Camp Chesterfield that just blow my mind will get 8 to 10 messages in 15 minutes. Yeah. 8 to 10 messages in 15 minutes. Like a collective message through connection with a singular person. Yes, you can get that as well. That's what that postcards thing we were talking about earlier. You may not have been in here when I was talking about that. It's the messages. Why are they showing up? They're coming in to drop knowledge. You know, they're coming in to drop knowledge. It is a lot, and it takes practice. I taught a platform mediumship class through the Sacred Seal School, Carrie's school, and you needed to be an advanced medium. You couldn't be like just showing up all willy-nilly, like, I want to be a medium. You have to understand how to connect. You have to be able to hold a connection. Platform mediumship is no joke. But you got to bring evidence. You have to, and that's where you have to work with your guides to ask them to bring in the evidence, spirit identification. You would love it, Ermi. I'm telling you, you would love it. And what's crazy is like you go into a different realm almost. It feels interdimensional. Ooh, that was cool. It feels interdimensional. When you do platform mediumship, you step into the platform. You're stepping into a whole different realm. You're inviting spirit to come in and talk. It feels like a vortex. And actually, that's something that I did that 1 week in one of my classes. I was like, all right, because I learned it in Dominic Bogue's class, a medium out of Scotland. I took a 6-week class with him. And that was one of the things he says in his book is like, take a piece of paper, even if you want to practice platform mediumship, take a piece of paper, put it on the floor. Okay. So I'll give you my demonstration, mostly because my knee hurts and I got to stand up. So, all right. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to put my piece of paper down here. All right. So I'm in my energy over here. Fine. Whatever. When I'm ready to work, I'm going to step onto the platform, inviting spirit in. And here we are. Like, this is my space, and spirit can come in, bam, 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 bam. And this is what we do. Right. And then when you step off the platform, Spirit's gone. You disconnect. Okay, so when you do platform mediumship, that's what that is. You're stepping into that space, into that vortex, into that other dimension, into that realm, and you're allowing yourself to feel that vibration, which is why 9 times out of 10 we don't remember our readings, because we're in a different space energetically. So we'll get those information. We're talking to people. We're sharing. And if you've ever watched me on platform in a live situation, I'm different. I'm kind of glazed over. Again, Butterfly Jen in here has seen me read live. It's I go into and it's here on camera, it's a little bit different because I do a little more in depth. I'm not doing platform mediumship at its finest, right? I'm not just knocking out readings. Oh, there we go. You almost have a different look in your face. Yes, I do. It's and when I go into trance, Yessie has seen me do trance. Who else in this in the room, in any of my platforms, have seen me go into full trance? She's Sasha Fear. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes. When I put on my crown, that's a way of stepping into that energy, by the way. It's that energy that I carry. So Amy, you've seen me. Yep. Michelle has seen me in class. I don't do it on a public platform. Your voice changes. Yeah. Trance is amazing. I love trance. I don't have to do any work. I let spirit do all the work. It literally, they just talk through me. Moon dancer. Yes. Moon dancer and Lily, my joy guide, will come through and speak in class. Dr. Mike has come in class. When I was not understanding the assignment, he has just come in and taken over before. So trance, though, the other thing is not just my voice changes, the overlay. There's an overlay of energy. You can see the blending of energies between my energy and theirs, them stepping in. It's transfiguration is what it's called. And you can see that. You can see that transfiguration. Facial expressions that I couldn't possibly replicate. When I go back and watch the videos, I'm like, how do I do that? It's not my personality. A speech of an older soul. Yes. Everything, because I allow them to use my voice when I do trance mediumship. Now at Camp Chesterfield, because I'm not a certified trance medium, I cannot do trance mediumship on the platform there. I cannot. I can't even do it on the grounds. Period. Didn't you take on Dolores Cannon? I did. In a multidimensional healing session, I did. And that was wild. And then also in class, in my trance class, she came through and spoke to the class. Dolores Cannon is like master level. She's like master teacher energy. So highly evolved. Same with Cassadaga. Yes, it's a spiritualist church rule. Like spiritualist grounds, unless you are certified, you cannot. They do not allow it. Because with trance mediumship also, or any kind of physical mediumship is banned on the grounds of Camp Chesterfield. Because that's a whole other level of trance mediumship. Whole other level. Because many, many years ago, someone actually, they perished afterwards because they were older. So they don't allow it on the grounds at all. And the thing is, it used to be known for it. Camp Chesterfield was known for people. It was only open in the summertime, and people would do pilgrimages since the 1930s to Camp Chesterfield and stay there all summer. Um, and they were known for the physical mediumship. And now it's banned on the campgrounds. You can't do it at all. So when the physical mediumship workshop happened, they had to do what they call a dark seance, which is a physical mediumship seance off grounds. They couldn't do it on the grounds. We could do the class. We could do the knowledge part of it and understanding how it all works. And we could do cabinet work, but we were not allowed to do, meaning like you could invite your spirit guides in and see what energies come in, how it feels, but we're not allowed to do physical mediumship, trying to pull in and do something physical, bringing in apporting. We're not allowed to do that. So anyway, lots of things, so many things that you guys, I hope you guys learned something new today. How many of you learned something new? How many learned new tools today? Good, Irmy. Yay. Good. I'm glad you did. That's what I strive to do. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate that. That's my goal, besides being famous. Yay, I'm glad, April. Good. You're welcome. I love doing this. I really wish I could get more traction for this. Like literally, I've had 2 people over between YouTube and Facebook, like the whole time, no more than 2 people. Oh, I'm at an all-time high over here with 3. Oh, wait, no, they left. And I'm down to 2 over on Instagram. I feel like I should be a celebrity medium. I feel like I've got the vibe. I was just thinking I have learned so much today. Good. So make sure you sign up for my class. I only allow, I cap it at 12 typically, 12 people. So next classes are March 4th and 11th. So make sure you check them out, sign up, and Tuesdays, 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM, because nobody's doing anything at 7:30 in the morning over here. It's just my all-level spiritual development class. So I've got people in there that are brand newbies, and I've got people who have been with me for a year and a half. And every once in a while, I'll have like a really experienced medium come in, and we do breakout rooms, but it's mostly like all together learning. Like we'll do different exercises. We do like psychic exercises, and then we'll do, we'll learn new concepts. Sometimes we'll do like the channeled writing. There was one time we went on a field trip to the Akashic Records with Dr. Mike driving the bus. I was in trance. But what was cool, if you've ever done trance before, you'll understand how cool this is. Usually trance mediumship, I go into my zone. My conscious mind is aware of what's going on in the real time. But once I come out, I don't remember. I have no idea what was being said. And I'm like, anybody have any good notes for me? Because I don't know what was said, right? But Dr. Mike came in through trance and took us on a field trip, meditation through the Akashic Records. We all went our own directions. We all got on a bus. It was cool. We all got on a bus. He was driving the bus, took us to the Akashic Records. We all got out of the bus together. It was like literally a field trip, went into the Akashic Records. We all went our own way. We all met our own guardians. We had our own guardians meet us there. And then our guardian, our spirit guide, took us to our own records, sat us down at a table, and we got to experience whatever we needed to experience. And to hear everybody's stories, it was a magical school bus, wasn't it? That was such a cool thing. But what was cool is I got to experience it too. Where a lot of times as teachers, we are narrating it, we're talking to people, like we're coaching other people through it. But Dr. Mike stepped in, which I was not planning. I was doing it mediumistically, like getting the messages, but he stepped in and just took over. So I was all of a sudden on the bus and I was experiencing it too. And I got to go to my own Akashic records. And he took control of the whole experience. The other thing that I try to explain to people is in my classes, my guides are working with your guides. Like they're all learning something during class. So that's why I tell people, like, whether you're an experienced medium or if you are brand new to this, there is something in it for everybody. Not a single person walks away and says, oh, well, I didn't learn anything new today. Because I ask my guides, like, don't be having people show up that are gonna not try to learn. So, and then we do breakout rooms, and I'll give exercises, and people practice with each other. So anyway, all right, I have a nail appointment. I gotta get my nails done. It's time for the St. Patrick's Day nails. I'm just saying, it's time. All right. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much for participating. And I hope you got a lot out of your, the exercises here. I hope you learned something new. That's what I'm striving to do every week. And hoping to get more guests on, because we had so much fun with Kat last week. And so, yeah. So yes, make sure you're following me. Go watch my videos, especially the last couple that are, yay, Irby. I hope I do. That'd be amazing. I'd love to have you in class. So let people know about me. I don't know. How do I beg to be seen? So if you think if you think in your area, you would love to have if you feel like you've got a lead where you'd like me to come down or come to your place, message me through my website. Okay. Message me through the website. Because I would love to, as I'm traveling across the country this summer, plan things to see people anyway. All right. So thank you for your contributions today. And the energy exchange has been beautiful. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the gifts. Those of you who were sharing gifts, I appreciate you so much. And yes, I will see you all soon. And thank you, Yessie. Love you. Mwah. Thank you for helping. And if Kim's in here, thank you for helping earlier today too. All right. Thank you all. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye.